coffee with, and he. Hey guys, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's coffee with, and he. Let's see if I can give the 2-minute recap of everything's going on. Let's see, December, we were stuck in Melbourne, waiting on our dinghy engine, got that going, left Melbourne, blew an engine. Stuck January, February in Fort Pierce on a couple of, because we're going to do a double swap with some newer engines, and ended up only doing one because the other one wasn't ready. We made it to the Bahamas. It's the end of March, and we're in the bottom of the Barries. We're having a wonderful time. The boat's doing well. Not saying any specific system or anything, but we're a lot more relaxed this year, a lot less anxious. We wait for the right weather window. We're supposed to leave this morning and be headed to the Exuma Islands, Georgetown, all that. We've got people coming in. And the wind turned out of the southeast a little earlier than it was supposed to. And we're just pushing it back another day. We have a bunch of friends there. We're trying to get down to sea, but it's not worth making a miserable sailing experience, a miserable travel experience, just to try to meet that wannabe deadline, especially since we're comfortable here. We've got some good support from the ground and some great friends over on Zermovia next door. That kind of catches you up. Some of the other things we've done, I'll do a picture right up here, is we flew our spinnaker for the first time. Thank you, Jen and Josh. We thought it was a huge symmetrical spinnaker and that would never fly right on our boat, and it would be difficult to do anything but like 170 degrees, downwind. We flew it for about 35, 40 minutes the other day and practiced rigging it up, launching it, taking it back down without a sock. In some winds up to about 12, 14 knots, and launching it and capturing it were not, as Dean called it, the flailing sail of death. No, it was not. It was nice. And then once you got going, winds behind you, you're comfortable. It's pretty to look at. Again, thanks Jen and Josh from SV Sheliak for that. Worked that out. And if I, just like Garrett on Zermovia said, if I were to design or to sketch out a spinnaker for this boat, a symmetrical, that would be the one. It was really, really nicely sized for the boat. Went out, went up, captured the wind. It kind of, because the way we rigged it, it kind of flew like an ASIM, but it was really comfortable. It gave us a good view underneath it to see what's in front of us, because a lot of times with mini head sails, jibs, Genoas, whatever, visibility up front is the Achilles heel of those sails. So I'm looking forward to losing the moniker of dead into the wind Duncans and sailing with that puppy. It was beautiful. The new engine starts right up, runs really well, good power. We're having a good season. Nick's fallen in love with GoProing while he's down snorkeling and looking for fish to spear. We're doing well. Riley has some friends coming in this coming weekend, that'll be on the boat for about a week, and then he goes off on an adventure for several months. I have my sister coming in. She's reserved the suite. And then the boys and Tracy and I are just going to keep adventuring. I had an awesome day yesterday over on Zermovia. We were troubleshooting a solar issue, and I think we've figured that out, and we've done a little bit more integration for them so they can do a little bit of remote monitoring that'll suit them when their boat goes on the hard. They don't like to add more technology and more systems that they have to worry about onto their plate, and I think I've found a way to help them out and do a little remote monitoring for them and configuration that will assist them, that might ease and help their boating experience. And in saying that, I think I found what I really enjoy doing, and that is, should be no surprise to anyone else, it's systems integration. You have all these subsystems on a boat. I've talked about it for a lot of my earlier Coffee with and He videos, where you can have 7 disparate networks, be it 6 or 7 wireless Wi-Fi networks, and getting those things to talk together. A lot of them don't play well together. Finding the ways to do that and bridging all those data gaps and using that data, because while you're capturing all this data, if you don't make use of any of it, it's all for naught. So what I really enjoy doing is getting these systems to talk to one another and then finding a way to utilize it to, like, their wind instrument doesn't work. We were in a good couple of days of storms and blow, and they could log right into my system and see what the wind speed was. But I can also put up a anchor alarm that I can monitor remotely. I can check all my solar systems, solar power systems individually, and troubleshoot them and see if one's underperforming or having a problem. So I want to help my friends, my soon-to-be friends, my acquaintances, my future acquaintances, whatever, find a way to integrate the systems they have to get more use out of it. Most of the marine electricians and technicians that I've met so far and talked to, and they just want to install something, throw a little 4200 or 5200 on something and go. Where I enjoy the tinkering. So we'll see what this morphs into and if I'm able to make any money off of it. Nicole says she'll be the RAWS billing person, always watching and billing. So that was a horrible voice for her because she does not have that voice. Sorry, Nicole. We're having a good time. Tracy has been busy. While we were not moving in Melbourne, she was a crocheting queen. I think she pumped out blankets, sweaters, mittens, boat scrubbing mittens to scrub the bottom, just to knock the growth off. But in Fort Pierce, she and Joe made a new sail cover, stack pack, sail pack, whatever you want to call it. I don't know the right word for our boat. Our old one had just been in the sun for too long and was rotten. So she made a new one. We've put it on. It's beautiful. Looks great. She wants to put a Sail Wrong logo on the side. Sail Right sewing machine, Sail Wrong Productions. I don't know. We're working it out. And then the other part of that dynamic duo, Armin helped me with a bunch of systems on the boat, and I can't thank him enough. He helped with the engine install on starboard, and honestly, we laughed the whole time. There was one point where I was in the dinghy. we waited for weeks for the engine to get ready, for the hole on the dock to open up for us to come in to get it done. I found out right before it was supposed to go in that I was doing the install and not my mechanic. So, you know, the day he tells us to come up and go in, we move up to a new anchorage where we can just dash in. It was a beautiful day. No hole in the dock for us to go into. Next morning, talk to him, he's like, oh yeah, today's the day. Wind's blowing like 16, 17 knots at that time. He calls us and tells us we need to hustle in. It's a quarter mile, half a mile. By that time, it's blowing over 20, like stink, tide's running. I'm in the dinghy running like bumper boat dodgeball while Tracy's coming in on one engine. And we do everything we can not to crash this boat into several fishing boats. We got her tied up. I don't think we cracked or broke any fiberglass, which, it's like a pilot says, any landing you can walk away from, successful landing. We laughed the whole time, even though it was stupid. We miss a lot of our friends. Sandy, I hadn't heard from you in a while. I know the text goes both ways. I'm going to reach out to you after this video. Fresh and salty. We're still coming. Hold on a second, guys. Wake up with this. A little bit of sinus problems most mornings. And then after it clears, I'm good. What else do we have going on? Micah and Riley have grown about a foot. We're still doing schooling. We're still doing a little bit of everything. But we're just enjoying the temperature, the weather. I say that, but most people would be miserable. Rolling around 3 or 4 foot rollers sometimes while you're sitting at anchor, dragging anchor in the middle of the night. It is what it is. You have to take and figure out. I've talked about this a lot lately with friends. You're always going to have things out there that are the bigger, better deal. That look great from afar, look great on paper. Tracy says, grass is always greener on the other end of the other side of the fence. Probably because the septic tank is discharging in that area. Finding a way to be happy with what you have, what you've been dealt, which isn't really the right way to say it. What presents itself to you. Then finding happiness before any of that gets thrown at you is really the key to just contentment. So I've got a storm cloud over here. It might hit us, it might not. If it hit, we had an awesome storm the other day. Rain like stink. It was 80 degrees, it was raining. There was a little bit of hail before we got back out of the boat. What did we do to make light of that? We scrubbed this boat in the rain. It looks great. A lot of people are like, oh, I gotta wait till I get back to a marina. Which I'm not really clear on one of those. What I've been told is there are these like stationary anchor points where something juts out from land and you tie your boat up to it. When you have that, you have water and power that comes from the mainland. You know what? I'll just watch the boat with the rain God gives us. I've been rambling. I love rambling. I love talking. And I'm going to sign off for now, guys. Till next time, pick up after yourself. Leave the world a cleaner, better place than you found it. Tell your friends and family you love them. Spay and neuter your pets.